Do the numbers just speak for themselves, or is there some kind of other motive for the filing at this time, Joey?
No correlation at all, Mike. You kidding? I'm being sarcastic, obviously.
That's $100 million each fight.
I would think close to $1 billion.
He probably is, but he spends like a mother. He probably has like a couple $100 million in jewelry.
This is what Floyd writes on his Instagram. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, especially when it comes to the media in this country.
Floyd Mayweather, who has long said he earned more than $1.2 billion during his boxing career, has recently become the subject of renewed online speculation about his finances. Despite continuing to showcase luxury jets, lavish homes, and high-end watches, critics have questioned whether his wealth is as strong as his public image suggests. Commentators have pointed to his expensive lifestyle, business ventures, and ongoing legal disputes as reason for the speculation. However, there is no verified evidence that Mayweather is facing bankruptcy or secretly liquidating assets to pay debts, and many of the claims circulating online remain unconfirmed.
Everything ends up this way. Well, everything does end up this way because people are surrounded by other people who make 10%, 20%, 5% on what the other guy brings home. So people are incentivized to push people to keep scaling and keep going and all eat when you eat. But I think it's very important for people to stand up and say, you know what? I don't think this thing needs to be that big. I don't think the valuation needs to get here.
Floyd Mayweather once stood among the highest earning athletes in sports, with career earnings widely reported to exceed $1 billion through prize fights, endorsements, and exhibition appearances. Throughout his career, he cultivated a money persona by showcasing luxury jets, exotic cars, designer jewelry, and other extravagant purchases. While supporters view those displays as the rewards of extraordinary success, critics have questioned whether such a lavish lifestyle is sustainable over the long term. Those discussions have fueled ongoing speculation about his finances, but there is no verified evidence that Mayweather is facing financial collapse. His wealth and business activities remain the subject of public debate rather than established fact.
He's up there, bro. He's probably got to be at least $400 million. I mean, some of the purses from his fights are like $100 million each fight.
I would think
shit.
Close to $1 billion.
He probably is, but he spends like a. He probably has like a couple $100 million in jewelry. Have you seen like videos of his jewelry?
Yeah, some crazy. Let me see. Let me see what his net worth is. Mayweather net worth.
Them Googles be lying though. Huh?
They be lying? You think?
I think so. It's probably not accurate. I mean,
all right, let's see what they say. Exactly what you said. It says an estimated $450 million.
Yeah.
Richest boxer in the world. It's a lot of money.
Floyd Mayweather made headlines not only for his undefeated record, but also for the enormous purses he earned throughout his career. His fight with Manny Pacquiao reportedly brought him more than $250 million, while his crossover bout with Conor McGregor generated another massive payday. For years, he was widely recognized as one of the world's highest-paid athletes. Alongside those earnings, Mayweather became known for his extravagant lifestyle, regularly showcasing lavish parties, private jet travel for himself and his entourage, luxury purchases, and high-stakes gambling. While many viewed these displays as part of his money brand, others questioned whether such spending was sustainable over the long term.
Floyd Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3, 4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running down the Las Vegas Strip, down back streets.
Mayweather's financial story has involved more than discussions about spending habits. Over the years, his name has appeared in a number of legal disputes and business controversies, including matters related to cryptocurrency promotions. In 2022, he was among several public figures connected to a lawsuit involving the promotion of a cryptocurrency project. While the case attracted significant attention, legal proceedings surrounding such claims can be complex and do not necessarily establish wrongdoing. In 2024, Mayweather was also linked to another civil lawsuit involving allegations surrounding an incident with a member of his security team. As with any lawsuit, the allegations represented claims made by the plaintiff and was subject to the legal process. Together, these disputes contributed to ongoing public scrutiny of Mayweather's business decisions and activities outside the boxing ring.
How do you explain all that? How did that happen in your life?
What things happen? I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. She was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months, right?
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back, in my children's life.
Joe Rogan has publicly commented on Floyd Mayweather's past tax issues, arguing that no amount of wealth puts someone beyond the reach of tax authorities. Rogan's broader point was that even highly successful athletes and celebrities can face serious financial and legal challenges if their tax obligations are not properly managed. He also questioned whether Mayweather's lavish public image accurately reflects his financial situation, suggesting that appearances don't always tell the full story. Rogan's remarks echo a broader debate that has surrounded several high-profile athletes whose wealth and spending habits have come under public scrutiny over the years.
He owed that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You can sell those.
Mike Tyson famously earned hundreds of millions of dollars during his boxing career before later filing for bankruptcy after years of extravagant spending and financial difficulties. His lifestyle included luxury mansions, exotic pets, and other high-profile purchases that became symbols of his wealth. Because of that history, some commentators have drawn comparisons with Floyd Mayweather, who has also built a public image around luxury cars, expensive jewelry, private jets, and lavish homes. However, while the comparison has fueled debate, there is no verified evidence that Mayweather is facing the same financial outcome as Tyson.
It's your main man, Made Man, back at it again, and y'all know how I get down over here. We talking boxing. Now, I am fresh off watching episode 1 of the All Access of the upcoming fight between Floyd Money Mayweather and Marcos Maidana. Now, a lot of people may have gotten a lot of things from watching that episode. It was real flamboyant. We seen Floyd Mayweather tossing his money around as always, talking about the Miss Jackson situation. We seen Marcos Maidana looking focused, more so focused on his baby and everything. So those are a lot of the minor takeaways. But my major takeaway from this whole thing, ladies and gentlemen, is I was quickly hit with a emotion of nostalgia, you know what I mean? Because seeing Floyd Mayweather with all this money and cars and clothes and hoes and yada yada yada, it just kind of reminded me. There was a small segment in that episode that stated that a lot of fighters believe in their immortality, you know what I mean? We've seen this before. So the question I ask, we have seen this movie before. Boxers traditionally going broke. They start off well, so flamboyant with all this money and all these cars, and they have businesses they invest in. They're something special, at least in their minds they are. And then after either retirement or near retirement or after the fight game has left them, traditionally boxers go broke, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying this is going to happen to Floyd Mayweather, but I swear on everything, man, I hope it doesn't happen to Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather is going to go down in the halls of history, ladies and gentlemen, as possibly top 3 to top 5 to top 10 of all-time greats. I mean, depending on how you view Floyd Money Mayweather. But however, he is definitely the number one boxer of my era, ladies and gentlemen, of my time on this earth of watching the sport of boxing. No one has the skill set of Floyd Money Mayweather. Carve it up, chop it up how you like. Get on the debate about his opponents, all this other crap. We can have that for another video. But this man is going to go down in history as an all-time great without a doubt. And it's going to, and I understand the argument for those who want to may even present the argument that he's the number one greatest of all time. I see valid points in that argument. I don't agree with that, but I see valid points in that argument. This is a great boxer. We are going to miss Floyd Money Mayweather when he leaves the sport, ladies and gentlemen. But the fact remains.
Ironically, Mayweather has often spoken about financial strategy, even referencing a buy low, sell high approach to real estate investing. However, critics argue that some of his public actions don't always appear to align with that message. What has never been in doubt is his greatness inside the ring. His defensive brilliance, timing, and ring IQ secured his place among boxing's all-time greats, and retiring with an undefeated record remains one of the sport's rarest achievements. Still, success in athletics doesn't automatically translate into success in business or investing. While Mayweather's discipline and focus helped him dominate boxing, commentators have questioned whether that same approach has consistently carried over to his financial decisions outside the ring.
People hate consistency when it comes to teams that you don't like and not a fan of, and they constantly win all the time. The Patriots went through the same thing. Small example, I'm gonna just take boxing for instance.
Right.
Floyd.
Yes.
Everybody loved when Floyd was winning early in his career.
Yes.
But when he kept winning,
yes,
he became the villain.
Yes.
And then everybody paying in and tuning in to see him lose.
Right.
That's it.
Yes.
He became the villain.
Even Floyd's uncle, Jeff Mayweather, has publicly commented on some of his nephew's business decisions. In interviews, Jeff has said he doesn't always understand Floyd's approach to investing, describing some of his moves as difficult to follow. Those remarks have added to broader discussions about Mayweather's strategy outside the ring. His high-profile real estate announcements, in particular, have sparked debate among industry observers, with some questioning the scale of the claims and pointing out the risks involved in large property investments. While opinions differ, Floyd's business decisions continue to attract as much attention as his boxing career once did.
I have no idea. I mean, like I said, I don't necessarily see Floyd very much, so we don't really get a chance to talk very much, and so I don't really know what's going on. I know he's doing things that, you know, to better his life, like, you know, buying homes and buying, you know, different things. And so, I mean, I don't know exactly what he's doing. So, I mean, I haven't seen him in quite some time. And I haven't heard about him talking about doing any more exhibitions. Maybe he will, maybe he won't, I don't know. But I haven't heard anything.
I know that KSI's team would be happy to make their fight with him.
Floyd Mayweather's past tax issues have drawn significant public attention and have fueled ongoing debate about his financial management. Tax disputes involving high-profile figures can become complicated, especially when large sums and multiple business interests are involved. Financial experts often note that unresolved tax obligations can create serious legal and financial challenges if they are not addressed promptly. While critics have argued that Mayweather could have handled some of these matters differently, the full details of his financial situation have never been made public. As a result, much of the discussion surrounding his finances remains based on public records, commentary, and speculation rather than a complete picture.
I'm at least at fact reporting. You guys all seen the headline saying Mayweather needs money, Mayweather has problems, Mayweather needs Conor McGregor. Well, the truth couldn't be further. Let me tell you, Floyd Mayweather just posted this on his Instagram, and I know it's true because anyone who was around Floyd Mayweather back after the Pacquiao fight in 2015 saw Mayweather with the $26 million paycheck for the IRS. And this is what Floyd writes on his Instagram. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, especially when it comes to the media in this country. While everyone is counting my money and assuming the worst, These are the facts. Uncle Sam received $26 million from me in 2015. What else could they possibly want? I'm sure I would have been notified much sooner if there were any real discrepancies, right? Bottom line, everybody just wants to be part of the Money May show, including the IRS. That's fine. You can crunch numbers all day, but in the end, my empire is rock solid and intact. Now calculate that. Hashtag TMT, hashtag Floyd Mayweather, hashtag TBE.
Eventually, Mayweather publicly stated that he had paid a substantial amount to the IRS in connection with his tax obligations. Rather than ending the discussion, however, the announcement prompted additional questions from critics about the scope of the payment and whether it resolved all outstanding tax matters. Others view the disclosure as an effort to reassure the public and push back against growing speculation surrounding his finances. Without access to Mayweather's complete financial records or official statements from tax authorities beyond what has been made public, the broader questions about his financial position remain a matter of public debate rather than established fact.
To them by showing on Instagram $26 million, a payment he made to the IRS. By the way, nothing makes your tax payment look shadier than when you're just holding up cash.
Right.
That's not a good look for the IRS. But he showed his actual, $26 million.
They just pay him. Like, I don't know why, like, he's mad at the media. It's like, oh, you guys are making things up. No, it's leaked that you asked to pay after this fight. Like, you make all this money. If I was Mayweather, not only would I pay them on time, the IRS, I'd tip them. I'd be like, hey, here's what I owe you. Here's a little bit. Get your woman something nice, all right? How was Christmas for your kids? Oh, you're Jewish? Convert just for this Christmas. Here, take care.
Despite ongoing legal disputes and continued public scrutiny of his finances, Mayweather recently announced that he had invested $42 million into a portfolio of 62 residential buildings in Manhattan, saying the purchase was made without outside partners. The announcement attracted widespread attention, but it also prompted questions from some commentators and media outlets about the structure of the transaction and the extent of his ownership. Because details of the deal have not been fully clarified publicly, the claims remain the subject of debate rather than established fact, adding another layer to the ongoing discussion surrounding Mayweather's business ventures.
$2 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm a transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion.
Rather than reassuring everyone, the announcement prompted even more debate about Mayweather's finances. Some observers argued that if the reported investment is structured as described, it would represent a significant financial commitment with substantial long-term responsibilities. Throughout his career, Mayweather has built his public image around luxury cars, designer watches, expensive jewelry, private jets, and other high-end purchases. Supporters see those displays as the rewards of extraordinary success, while critics question whether maintaining such a lifestyle is sustainable over time. Those contrasting views continue to fuel speculation, but without access to Mayweather's complete financial records, claims about his spending and overall financial position remain unverified.
Floyd Mayweather is about to pay $2 billion to purchase a sports team and may never have to pay taxes again. The tax code offers these super wealthy so many methods to erase their income through deductions, and none is better than purchasing a sports team. Buying a sports team is like buying a unicorn real estate property. The value is always going to go up, the owner is going to make money, but on their tax return, they're going to use a strategy to report that they're losing money. See, the owner is actually allowed to write off the entire cost of the sports team against future income. This will allow Floyd to pay less in taxes. It's called amortization, which is very similar to depreciation. But if Floyd ever decides to sell the team, then the taxes will be owed. Who cares then? Because the taxes he was supposed to pay during those years, he's going to take that money, reinvest it for personal profit. See you, Floyd. Hit your boy up if you need help with taxes. My name is Duke, and I make taxes very easy to understand. Give me a follow to stay educated.
Few things reflect Mayweather's flair for publicity more than his reported arrival in Mexico aboard an armored vehicle, a moment that quickly spread across social media. While most celebrities rely on luxury SUVs or private jets, the unusual entrance generated widespread attention and reinforced the larger-than-life image he has cultivated for years. Supporters viewed it as another example of his talent for creating headlines, while critics saw it as an unnecessarily extravagant display. Whatever the intention, the event once again highlighted how Mayweather continues to use bold public appearances to keep himself at the center of the conversation, even long after retiring from professional boxing.
They got Floyd Mayweather, like...
Well, I didn't say kidnapped, but you know, you got your passport taken. You can't come and leave when you want to go, but he ain't in jail, so he's out in a 6-star hotel being Floyd, so I guess it ain't that bad, but we'll see. We're going to watch and see like everybody else.
That's crazy. I mean, when you think of Money Mayweather, you thinking like Floyd may have like $1 billion or something.
He did. He made $1 billion plus. Floyd made a lot of money. And I don't really know Floyd's business, so I'm not going to speak on Floyd's business, but Floyd's very, very, as we all the world knows, he's money made, very flashy. Look, man, you know, we both made some real money, but you know, you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
Shit, he probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes. Say we made $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month. We really don't got no paper like that saved up.
That's a fact.
So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through $5, $6, $7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but you know, me and you, we real. We never count nobody's paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got $10 billion, and I hope he get out of his problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out, like whatever the tab is. You know, he should be able to wire that.
I think he could do that with no problem. I think he got all the money in the world. I think they may not want it.
Mayweather's watch collection, reportedly worth millions of dollars, has become another signature part of his public image. His social media accounts frequently feature rows of diamond-encrusted timepieces, each reflecting the lavish lifestyle he has built around the money brand. While many fans admire the craftsmanship and exclusivity of these luxury watches, others question whether such purchases are the best long-term financial strategy. Financial professionals often note that although some rare collectible watches can appreciate in value, many luxury timepieces do not consistently outperform traditional investments, making them as much lifestyle purchases as financial assets.
I need you guys to watch me talk about my watches. Right here, I got 3 cases. And they're all full with watches. So when I travel, I like to take, you know, if I'm going for 45 days, I like to take 45 watches with me. I like to have options. So everybody's always asking me, what's your favorite watch? Well, one of my favorite watch brands is Avi & Co. As you can see right here, I got this a few months back, and it's one of my favorite watches. One of the best brands in the world. That's just my personal opinion. I like the brand so much, I went and bought another watch just yesterday, Avi & Co. As you can see, Avi & Co. Now, let's talk about watches, let's talk about jewelry, let's talk about a few things. I need you guys to watch me talk about my watches. So we'll set this to the side. Now, we want to give the people an appetizer or something light. So we give you 2 appetizers, then we give you a main course, just a few watches that I got while I travel. So check this out. We're gonna go here first. And of course, the company is Avi & Co. Crazy company. Now, I need you guys to come closer and check this out. So let me come to you guys.
When it comes to business, Mayweather's ventures have generated as much discussion as his achievements in the ring. Over the years, he has been involved in a variety of projects, including real estate, promotions, fitness franchises, exhibitions, and cryptocurrency-related endorsements, some of which have attracted criticism or legal scrutiny. Those experiences have led commentators to question the consistency of his long-term business strategy and financial planning. Supporters argue that he continues to capitalize on one of the strongest brands in boxing, while critics believe some of his ventures have created unnecessary controversy. Whatever the case, Mayweather's business decisions remain under close public scrutiny and continue to shape the conversation surrounding his legacy outside the sport.
Yeah.
I think it was like a $5 or $8 million 5-fight deal or something like that. You have to check the numbers, but he turned that down to start his own promotion. And when he was with HBO, he worked out that deal to do the 24/7, where you can see the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That was right around the time when reality TV was getting big.
Yeah.
So you didn't have social media then. People began to build and know Floyd off of the 24/7.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, my wife even became a boxing fan from watching the 24/7s.
Yeah.
So the timing of him becoming his own boss, which you're gonna make the majority.
That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this update, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest boxing news, highlights, and exclusive stories. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you in the next video.